Hey, welcome back. This is Angel Malos here. This is episode number 10, and it's just where we left out. This episode, we're going to do some advances. So, we're going to go ahead and move forward to the stuff. Alright, so first thing we need to do, I need to get started on those bees. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab some bees and drop them in apiary. And they do take some time, but I guess we should just get started for now. So right now we're not gonna do any breeding. We're just gonna go with those wintry ones and just drop the wintry one somewhere here. And I hope this weather. I mean, it's snowing up here, so it should be fine, I guess. And I think they just need flowers, right? So, but it will tell us what it needs. So we put those two there. You see drone and princess, and they will do their thing. And there you go. The drone disappeared. And then there's a wintry queen, and I just placed it in a place where it's blocked by that block. So they need to actually see the sky. I think they can be in right there. I guess I can put it right there and just drop the queen there. Now it's important that you take care of your queens. There you go. Now it doesn't have the sky. It is a cold, normal. There's temperature, so it's a thing that it likes. It does find the flowers and everything. If there was an error, we'll show you right here. And you can also privatize this stuff over here. You can make it private or shared or whatever if you don't want other people to look at them. And you can put some upgrades here with those frames, and whatever the queen would do, it will drop it in here, and it will be another princess in here and some drones and whatever. So, and then the combs and whatever produce they do, it will be right here. So here's the deal: the wintry ones. They have a fertilize rate of 4, so they would usually create like 3 or 4 more, up to 4 more drones, and we need to have a lot of drones. They will always make one princess and one drone, but unless they completely die. But this pristine stock, it would not actually die. So we will have this, and we need to create a lot of drones because we're gonna extract some DNA out of those drones. Next thing we need to do is to grab some other bees. So let's see if I got the scoop. There we go. I got the scoop right here. And we're gonna go ahead and go for that one we saw right here. And just hit it a little bit. There we go. And we didn't have any combs with that, but we got a drone and we got a princess somewhere. Did I didn't pick it up? Oh, there we go. There we go. So we got a drone and a princess, which is going to be pretty much basic stuff that they give you. But I do want them to like keep having more little baby drones. So I'm gonna stuff this to here. They're gonna do their thing, and as you can see, this thing starts to fly out. Now we need to get some saplings, and right now I just have oak sapling and some bone meal. There we go. So there is also this next thing we need to do that is called tree breeding, right? So I'm gonna put the sapling here, and hopefully, yeah, there we go. It grew up to be a nice fat little tree. Now, I don't see any other type of tree somewhere. Oh, there we go. That's another type of tree. Right here. You gotta love this red guitar. So as you see, I fill it all up. I right click on this, and look at that. I get saplings of all this area, all the way down there. You right click on wood. Oh wow, that was pretty fast. You right click on wood, and it will pretty much chop every wood that is around here, and it will put it in your inventory like that. That is pretty awesome. Let's get the scoop and scoop these wintry ones over here real quick, just like that. Boom, boom. So we got more wintry ones. Come all the way down here. Of course, we need to teach it this spruce sapling right there. And as you see, they just have EMC, but eventually we are gonna have something that it's a little bit different. So we get that there. We put some bone meal, and there we go. It grew. Eventually, these bees would cause these trees to breed, and some of the leaf will actually change a little bit of different color, and we need some glasses, some googles to actually see which leaves are mutated or they're bred. So that will give you another steps types of trees and stuff like that. And we're gonna go for like cherry blossom trees, would create some like cherries and stuff like that, and they would also start making some butterflies. So for now I think I'm just gonna plant one more of these guys right here. Hopefully it grows up. I guess it's not wanting to grow up because it doesn't have enough space to grow. And oh, let's see this right here. Oh, need more of the meal. There you go, bone meal. And this is what I love of this. There we go. Well, kind of little tiny one. And this thing is okay, and this thing is okay. They're not being obstructed. So I'll just leave it like that. And there we go. We got one of those frozen combs. And this eventually, when this queen dies finally, it will create some more little guys in there. Now apiaries. Um, apiaries are not here. Their apiaries are over here. There we go. And they need this impregnated casing, which is made on a carpenter with some seed oil, and then the carpenter is another story to make. So carpenters, this one right here, carpenter. This one doesn't have EMC. You need bronze ingots and glass and sturdy casing and more bronze ingot. And do I even have bronze ingot? I do not even have bronze ingot. So yeah, bronze ingot has EMC, so we'll go for that later on. But for now, we'll just work with these two apiaries that we got on a village on the way here. So yeah, let's leave them there. Let's leave them do their thing. And let's see, chest. There's a chest especially made for bees, but right now we're just gonna work with this over here. And I guess I should have another chest for the drops. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and grab all this stuff like that. And yeah, why not? So we're gonna have one chest for the drops, one chest for the bees. That will be for drops. Get this drop out, and the bees will get in there. Now, some of those bees, of course, are not able to do their little thing in here to breed in this area because oh, they go Valiant Princer. This is actually pretty cool. This only you can get in villages, and there's another one that I think in monastic or whatever. That one you can only get in buying from villagers. So we will need to eventually go find a villager that sells those bees. So let's sleep a little bit. Oh yeah, if you see that help page, I just tried again. I log in. I'm myself again. I did the help command, and now I can see this thing. I have no idea why this thing acts like that sometimes. Anyhow, we are starting with our thing over here. So first of all, we need to put out some energy out of here. So we need a diamond kinesis pipe. Yeah, there we go. Probably a couple of them. And then we need some power ones. So I think they're called teleport pipes. So we need a couple of one of them. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'll keep building some later. Okay, all good. I don't know where I just learned. Then we need an emerald pipe. There they go. Emerald kinesis pipe. This is to suck energy out. So you put it right here, and we'll start sucking energy out of this thing, and then we're just gonna put it up here and make it go into pretty much into some frequency. Let's just say frequency 1 private. It's just for us. We're not in a server, so frequency 1 private. That will be pretty easy. Just frequency 1, that will be our energy. And if you see this stuff, there we go. It's offline right now because it doesn't need to be online or whatever. This one pull out energy, pull it into here. You put out a power tap, all good. and then we can work with that later. So now we have that. I'm going to make this, I have no idea what I was going to make there. I'm going to make this automatic crafting station probably around here. And then later on I'll decorate it. But first of all, we need some power junction. There we go. So power junction is the first step into making our stuff. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and power it maybe from behind. Right there. I just put a diamond pipe, which holds a lot of, it can move a lot of EMC through it. You see 10,000 RF per tick. Just way more than what we need, but this one you get filled up with 2 million, so eventually we'll get there. We get here, we receive channel 1, and there you go, zoom! It's filling up power from our reactor over there. There you go. So we don't need to put like so much pipes and stuff like that. Then the power junction needs, so we're gonna go for this basic logistics pipes. Then we're gonna need some golden transport pipes, and then there you go. So this one you need to touch this thing, and you see it opens a little hole there, and now it's touching. Now everything that connects here would be part of the logistics thing. Next thing we need to do is to get some crafting stuff. So there we go. So crafting logistics pipes, we're going to use the Mark II because they're faster. And we're going to need some of these crafting logistics tables. Now we're going to use it on the front, so we will need to pretty much open another hole right here. And right now I'm just going to make it like not so big. I'm going to make it kind of small. But eventually this thing would be insanely big. There we go. So I'm just going to make it probably like that. I don't want to... Just something like that real quick. We're going to do these crafting tables in here. Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, with ME, you get another way of doing these things, which is actually a way like better than this. But yeah, this thing will have to do for now. And then you get the crafting logistics pipes, and you just put them in front of them like that. You need to press shift to place them in, or you can just go ahead and do it like this. And we don't need this one over here. And just plunk it like that there. There you go. And as you can see, if you put it out here, it has those red blocks, and if you connect it to this, it will start to it will get the normal colors. That's just because it does have energy from the power junction pipe thingy there. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. One right there. Awesome. Now we got a stack of crafting tables, automatic crafting tables, and most of them are just normal stuff. But there we go. Now we need to get a sign. This thing over here, crafting sign creator. We just need one of that. And all you need to do is just right click on them like that. Bam. Now all of this will be empty. It will show empty, but I'll show you guys how we're gonna work with this stuff in a bit. Now this thing needs an inventory. And here comes the second part of this thing. There we go. We put a stack of that stuff there. And those two are going to bother me. So crafting, 2 more of those. And 2 more of this. Just to make it look nice, right? You don't need to keep it halfway like that. There we go, and put 2 more signs right there. And now we don't need this anymore. All right, so next thing we're gonna need is some kind of inventory kind of thing. So we're gonna have to do a bunch of these condensers, energy condensers, really a lot. And then we need obviously the Mark IIIs. I don't know how many we need, but probably we need a lot. And then we need to provide our provider pipe. There we go. Attaches to an inventory associated with the network. There we go, on request. Perfect. So how are we going to do this? I want to put stuff in here. And then I want to have the logistics purchase pipe on the back of them, so I can see the front of them. Alright, so every time you connect into a crossing, you need to put basic logistics pipes. That's very important. So, okay, so let's see. The chest will be here, so from the behind, better need a space to walk in, so I'm gonna use this space to walk into the chest. And okay, so, and then these things will connect. So this is my space to walk, this will be the space for the pipes, and this will be the space for the chest. Okay, let's start with the chest up. So we're gonna make a hole here. Put some collectors down there. And these things are pretty cool because even if they're obstructed from light, they will create energy. Not as fast, but they will still create some. Alright, so next thing we need is to put the chest up here. Some more up here. And just go like that. Bam, bam, bam. We're definitely, oops. I'm gonna need more than this, but this will be good for now. Just like that, boom, boom, boom. And now these ones will be pretty fast. These ones will be also pretty fast. The only ones that this one's also will be pretty fast because a chest doesn't count like a solid block. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go a little lower than here. Oh man, but this, when a pipe goes through here, it would touch that. Alright, so this is the time where we need the special pipe. And let's do this cobblestone for now. Anyway, I'll make it pretty later. Alright, so this time we're gonna need one of those special pipes that don't connect to, I think it's sandstone. A special pipe that does not connect to inventories. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put a project table over here because sometimes I need to craft stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it right in here. Alright, sandstone, and I need glass. So glass, sandstones, there you go. This pipe only connects to other pipes, so it doesn't connect to inventory. So let's stitch it over there. There we go. Now if I pass through here, you see it doesn't connect to that inventory. That's beautiful. And then here we need one of those basic ones. Not that. This one over here. And then just provider pipes. There we go. Bam. And if you see this touching this this block over here, it's just a static, so it's not connecting like an inventory. An inventory will be pulling out like that. That's just like I'm holding it there. Now these are going to be junctions, so we're going to put basic ones in here. You see, the basic ones don't have those blocks, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put some connections through them, like this, like that, and like this, and this is another connection, so like that. There we go. So now we got all that very pretty. And it's going to be pretty much giving us every item that we will need. And eventually this one will have to be bigger. Next thing, it's, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. There we go. See, that's how you do it. You count 5 and then you put it in here. Now let's see that F7 because I don't want to get jumped by some unwanteds. There we go. So that, and I guess that. There we go. Now, yeah, I like the idea of putting it there, but I need to be able to connect it to this pipe over here, because if I connect another one over here, this one would be a different network. They don't connect like that. They don't go through this thing. So this one, I can move it somewhere, but I want to do this thing over here. Now, what I'm going to do this over here is I'm going to put a bunch of chests. There we go. And this chest will become, not there. I need 2 spaces on the front. So 2 spaces, there we go. This chest will become stuff that it doesn't have EMC, but and I'm gonna separate them by mods. Like depending on the mod, it will be one of these chests. And there's not many, but there's some mods that use a lot of items, and it gets filled pretty quick. Well, it depends on your gameplay, but you need to have like a space to put inventory in there. So there we go. Now, I think we're gonna need to do there is to get some chassis, and depending on the Mark 1 only has space for 1 module, and the Mark 3 has space for 3 modules, and the Mark 4 has space for more modules, stuff like that. I really don't use even more than 2. I have no idea why would you need more than 2? But yeah, you just put it like this. It's basic stuff right there. Just like that. Now these pipes over here, they actually don't mean absolutely nothing just like that. You need to put modules on them. And the modules, we haven't crafted any modules yet, but we are gonna go ahead and do the modules right now. We are gonna need one of them that is called a supplier, like this one, the provider module, right? So there is all kinds of stuff. Look at that. There's computer craft base item sync modules and all this good stuff. So we're gonna pretty much need all of this stuff. I have no idea. I don't think did I do it? Sorry for that. All right, I didn't craft the modules on the previous episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and just craft this stuff over here, not the carpenter one. That's for B stuff. But for some of these modules, we're gonna need these advanced circuits and this stuff. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start doing this stuff. Everything has EMC as far as I know. If the module doesn't have EMC, like these electric buffers, is because they're using something that it doesn't have an EMC. But if everything has EMC, then the module itself would also have EMC. So first of all, we need to craft this blank module. So let's go ahead and do that. And actually, I'm not gonna bother you with the crafting of the module, so I'll stop right here and be right back. So we are pretty much done with this stuff. Let's put everything back into the table. Just like that. Everything out of here. What? What? I got this thing. Oh, that was scary. Did I got it? No. Okay, good. I was already cheating. I was like, no. Today is not cheating day. There we go. I don't know what I learned, but I learned something good. Alright, so next thing is we're going to put these modules into this stuff over here, and we're going to need a wrench for that. We're just going to go good and all Buildcraft wrench. And let's see. Some golden transport pipes. You've got the basic logistics pipes. Perfect. So what we're going to do over here, and I think I'm going to need some more space on here. There you go, because I don't see. There we go. What you're going to do is over here is we're going to need we need a provider module to bring all the stuff out from those chests. And obviously we're going to use the Mark II. And then we need the item mod base item sync module. There we go. So this will basically put stuff in based on the mod. Now let's get some science out. And let's start basic. You see, you just right click in there, it will eat it. You right click with the other one and it will eat it. If you right click with a wrench, it will show you this two over here. And let's say this industrial craft right here. So you click on this exclamation mark over here, and you put whatever item you want from here, and it will show you what mod it belongs to. Industrial craft crafting. It's named IC2. You put it in here. Now this thing over here, this chest over here, will automatically accept stuff from. I'm just gonna put IC2. Stuff from IC2, it will automatically fall into that chest. Now we're gonna do that with the rest. And let's say for this one, I don't have anything else. This is forestry. I want to do blue power stuff. So let's see if I got some. There you go. It has EMC, so I don't need it, but the only reason why I'm using this pickaxe over here, this sapphire pickaxe, is because it will give me the blue power name right there. And then I can just return it over here, just like that. And then put a sign in there. Blue power. There we go. So now we got that. And last thing we need of this, and this is, I'm about to wrap this episode for now. The last thing we need is an actual, a buffer. We need a buffer. We need a chest that is just gonna stay there and be like a default, default chest. So let's do this thing over here. We're gonna need a couple more chests, not just one, but this thing is a buffer. And how is a buffer? It's anything that doesn't fall into this category, it will be the default route. So anything that doesn't have space to go, let's say you craft some glass and you have some leftover because the recipe didn't need as much, it will fall into this chest. And yeah, so everything from that chest. And then obviously we're gonna need a request pipe. Request logistics pipes, there you go, Mark II. And eventually we're gonna be needing a wireless request one, but that will be later on. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I need to pull it out of here and it here, so right here. So maybe it's gonna come out like this. Remember, in a junction you need to put the basic one, and this one will be right here. I don't want to put it in front, so I need to go down one, just like that. And definitely don't want it to connect to that thing. I can either move that project table or use one of those handy sandstone pipes that we just crafted earlier. There we go. and it doesn't connect to the chest. So there we go. Now right click over here, and I have access to all the items and recipes that this thing would have in there. Now last thing we need to do is to make a drop chest. No, extract, there we go. So we need an advanced extractor, there we go. An extractor Mark 3 would be pretty easy to do. And there we go, we got a chest. So these would be our drop chest. And how can I do this? I think I can put it maybe right here, and then change this pipe into a chassis. And all that I need from this one is just to be able to put the extractor module there. So there you go. Put the chassis and then put the extractor module, and we check out the extractor with the data, and it just says extractor orientation, whatever. So check what this happened. I put the uranium ore there, it goes into there, and it doesn't have a place to go, so it will fall into this chest. Now why it doesn't have a place to go? We didn't connect this network back here. So I do want to see it, you know, popping out of here somewhere. So probably I'm gonna go ahead and do it from the middle, just like that. So let's get those pipes out. These to connect to stuff. Maybe you don't even need it there because it's not actually an intersection, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it like that just for the giggles. There we go. Now all of those are connected. Now this is part of our inventory, and now I need a torch. There we go. I'll make it prettier later, but for now, okay, now this is a part of our inventory. You see it went into this chest because it didn't have a place to go, so we're gonna drop this uranium ore there, and look what's gonna happen. It goes out and it goes into this, it goes into here, and it falls right in this IC2 chest. It could fall into any other, but it went to this because this thing says, hey, I have space, why don't you just send it to me over here? So yeah, next thing we need to do is I think I'm gonna cut it right here because this episode is kind of long already, but next thing I'm gonna do is start crafting some IC2 stuff. I do want to get this power fist because it's what I need to kill the dragon, which is my next goal, to go for that dragon. Let's check on these bees right now. You see it, this one, the queen died, it made a new princess, and it made 4 wintry drones. I just put them all right here. One of them is gonna die. There you go, and you get more queens. Now we need a lot of those wintry ones. There we go. Put this here, put this there, and there we go. So this thing has been powering that logistics pipes things, and obviously it's running out of power right now, just because of the time that takes to work with all the stuff. It's a pretty much big one, and this is how much it takes. But right now it's full, so we don't even need that much. And even if I disconnect it from the server, the generator over there, the reactor, it would still keep powering because this block holds a lot of energy. But if you break it, you lose it. So okay, so next episode we're gonna go ahead and start crafting stuff that we need, especially this power glove stuff. I don't need the armor because the armor here is pretty awesome already, pretty epic. But we're gonna go for the power fist, and maybe go ahead and go for the nether and stuff at the end and stuff like that. So until next episode, see you guys. Bye bye.